Welcome to the quick start tutorial to Best of the West, an open world board game for 2 to 8 players ages 14 and up that plays in 2 to 3 hours. This game was designed by Pat Weatherby and Eric Smith. In this game, you play either on your own as a pioneer looking to strike it rich mining or rustling cattle in the plains in the Wild West, or play a co-op bandit and swindle your way through victory with your gang. Your goal is to gain points in reputation. The one with the most will be Best of the West. First, place the board in the middle. Then place all decks around the board. The train starts the game at Prosperity Station. Players will now choose if they want to play either as a pioneer or with the bandits. While pioneers are controlled by one player each, the bandits are controlled by one player collectively. Bandits can also be controlled by multiple players with one or more players to a bandit, but the bandits will still be played as a group. Make sure that the number of bandits is equal to or less than the number of pioneers. It would be a good idea for the pioneers to sit opposite of the bandits. For each pioneer, they get a reputation or rep marker. The Bandit Gang gains a shared reputation marker. All rep markers begin at 0. Place the round marker at 1. Each player selects a character and obtains their character sheet and inventory sheet. Then each player places their health marker on 5 health points, or HP, and a bullet marker on full ammo. Now it's a good time to announce your character's special abilities so all players can be familiar with them. Each pioneer receives a starting allowance of $10 and begins the game in prosperity. For the bandits' starting money, let's refer to the chart in the rulebook. Bandits begin with a select amount of money depending on the number of players and the difference in number with the pioneers. This will also tell you the number of ambush cards that each bandit starts with and the maximum they can hold. The bandits begin in the bunker. Place the NPC cards in their designated spots. Place money, tools, items, weapons, and pets near the board. Finally, take the turn badge, give it to a random pioneer who will start the game. Setup, it's time to play the game. To be the best of the West, you need to gain reputation points or repped. You have 25 rounds to explore all possible means to get rep. Here's the overview of a round. In the beginning of each round, there are a couple of phases that happens first. Then the pioneer with the starting player marker goes first, and then all the pioneers' turn proceed clockwise. After that, bandits will take their turn in any order, one after another until all of them have gone. After the last bandit has taken their turn, a new round begins. When it's your turn, you move around the board using movement cards to go from space to space. You always get at least 1 movement per round, and you may never exceed 6 movement. Players may not end their movement on a space already occupied by 2 players. The only exceptions are in these spaces: Prosperity, Ranch, Bunker, Indian Village, Waterfalls, Mines, and Herds. The way a player moves is by using movement cards. You get 3 movement cards and may play them after other actions. However, once you play one, you must immediately move before any other action. Then the card is immediately replaced from the deck. You'll get a base movement of 2 to 5, then add any modifiers. A player does not have to use all their movement. Players can perform all available actions on each space, and there is no action limit per turn. You can buy and sell on any designated spaces like Prosperity and the Bunker using the dollars you have in hand. Tools, items, weapons, and pets can be exchanged in areas that allow the items to be purchased. So weapons cannot be exchanged at the ranch and pets cannot be sold in Prosperity. When you do an exchange, you can do so for something that is lesser or greater value. However, the player must pay the difference. You begin the game with a small bag, and you'll be able to update to a large bag and a huge bag at either Prosperity, the Ranch, the Bunker, or the Shack. Each bag has limits of weight, livestock, and power cards you can hold. Also note that for furs, a player can only hold one of each type regardless of their bag size. There are 3 types of power cards: the Saloon, the Peace Pipe from the Indian Village, and Shadow from Purgatory. Players usually may only use one of each type of power card during the round. Power cards stay when it can be used on the bottom of the card. Bandits can use power cards while hiding, but not in jail or prison. Charity takes place in certain rounds. At the beginning of round 9, any player in the last place in rep receives a free revolver. If they have 2 revolvers, then they receive $7 instead. At the beginning of round 15, any player in last place gets a bag upgrade. If they already have a huge bag, they receive $12 instead. If you're a bandit, you receive the cash equivalent for charity if no one can use the upgrade. Pioneers may purchase a pet at the ranch, and bandits buy pets at the shack. Up to 2 pets can be owned at the same time, and you may not own more than one of the same pet. Players may not own both a horse and a donkey. After purchasing a pet, you may not use their abilities in the same round. Here are some rules for specific animals. The horse ability is only applied to movement cards with the base value of 2, 3, or 4. Bandits may not use the horse's extra movement when hiding or after ambushing. Both the snake and the vulture must wait around to be redeployed, and they are removed when their owner dies. On the 25th round, all spaces are now vulnerable to bandit attacks, and the train still moves at the end of the final round. After the 25th round, all players receive half payouts of gold cards, livestock, and fur that they not have turned in. Then all players count their money. For each $10 they have, they get 1 rep. The winner of the game will be the one with the most rep. If there's a tie, then it's time for a tiebreaker duel. Duels are first conducted between 2 players with the lowest rep, with the winner of each duel receiving +1 rep. For this duel, each player has 2 HP and uses dual revolvers with unlimited ammo. A quick draw roll determines who shows first. If it happens that multiple pioneers and bandit gangs are dueling, then the pioneers duel first, then the winner duels with the bandits. If there are 3 pioneers, then each player will duel each other, and the player who wins 2 duels wins. This concludes the quick start tutorial to Best of the West. This is part 1 covering the basic rules of the game. Look for other videos covering the full rules for pioneers, bandits, NPCs, battles, and events. For more information about this game, please visit www.bestofthewestgame.com. The Cardboard Stacker likes to thank the creators of the game for sponsoring this video.